Good day, folks. Welcome to the second edition of Lamont's Locker Room. I'll be your host for today. I'm Lamont. Lamont's Locker Room is being brought to you live by Gene.com, the Gov. First topic of the day. Last week we had the AFC, NFC championships. Like I said before, that Mr. Ray Lewis would not go down. And I didn't disappoint, folks. As you saw, Mr. Ray Lewis, in triumphant effort, took out the New England Patriots and Tom Brady in a dramatic form like only Ray Lewis could. In the NFC Championship, you got the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. I had the 49ers over the Green Bay Packers, and the 49ers happen to be victorious. So for the Super Bowl, you're going to have the first brother Harbaugh Bowl. You heard it here first. The Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh coaches of the Baltimore Ravens and the 49ers will be matching up in the first ever brother-on-brother bowl. It should be an epic affair, folks. Looking forward to it. My winner in that game, you heard it here first. I'm going Ray Lewis. As you guys already know, he's going to go ahead and call it a year and a career after this year ends, after the Super Bowl. So I don't think he's not going to disappoint, and he will get his second Super Bowl reign. He's going to go out on top. I got it, and I don't think it's going to be too close. I got 31-17. So look out for it. It should be a very fun event, very great game, epic. It's going to be a classic. So, moving on to the next topic, NBA news. The New Orleans Hornets, you heard it here first. The New Orleans Hornets will be changing their name and mascot, wait for it, to the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans, folks. Out of all names you can come up with for a mascot and a team, they chose the Pelicans. The owner, Mr. Tom Benson, who also owns the Saints, derived the name from the state bird. So for the year 2013, 2014, they're going to be running with the Pelicans. Intimidating? I think not. With more NBA news, the All-Star Reserves will be announced tonight. On the ballot for the All-Star Reserves, you got Mr. Joakim Noah, Mr. David Lee, and Mr. Al Horford. Names right now, they're just being nominated. They haven't been selected just yet. But the thing about them, they're former Gators, so we're definitely pulling for them. They're all having some great years. Mr. Joakim Noah is averaging 14 points and 16 rebounds a game. Al Horford is at 18 and 6. And then Mr. David Lee, quiet David Lee, is 19 and 8, respectively. So they definitely deserve their first All-Star game. So we'll see. We'll see tonight as the Boston Celtics take on the Philadelphia 76ers. At halftime, they announce the All-Star Reserves. Hopefully those guys will get a nod. We'll see here shortly. Speaking of the Florida Gators, after a slow start last night against the Georgia Bulldogs and trailing 28-30 at halftime, they stormed back and just demolished the Georgia Bulldogs like only the Florida IA Gators can in a traumatic 64-47 victory. With that win versus the Georgia Bulldogs, the Florida Gators are now 5-0 in SEC play. You might ask yourself, the last time they was 5-0 was in 2007. Coincidentally, that same year, your Florida Gators won the national championship. I'm not ready to say they're going to win the championship this year. However, I can guarantee they'll be in the Final Four. Upset pick of the night last night. How about the Miami Hurricanes, folks? Knocking off the #1 Duke Blue Devils. And it wasn't close, folks. At one point in time, the game was 46-17. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm sure you were shocked as well. But the final score was ridiculous. 90-63. Duke never stood a chance from the word go. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if they came out in the second half because the score doesn't reflect it. All right, next week I will be giving you guys my Sweet 16 and Elite 8 picks. I'll give you the actual bracket, the rundown of who I like in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8, because March, folks, is right around the corner, and it's never too early to make your picks. Okay, this will do it for the second edition of Lamont's Locker Room. I look forward to seeing you next week on Thursday on Lamont's Locker Room. Thanks, folks.